One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So I'm back. Before I was thinking like, okay, I'm not continuing. I wanted to sleep, but right now had some ideas and I want to put them into my work. So I didn't want that anything goes missed. So I've started working and I changed something in this scene, like these lights. I wanted to give a little bit more of contrast on lights, on colors. So I've changed light that was blue into a little bit green that will give a little bit more modern look to this scene. So more like a teal and orange style. So and also I had an idea that this scene was looking pretty simple. Wait, okay. I wanted also to add a little bit of saturation, just to give some colors to pop up, and change a little bit color tint. So yeah, something like that. Let's try some different films, because Deckard has this great feature that it can simulate various responses of different cameras, and here I probably like this Fuji D55. This is one of the standard films that are used in many productions. It has a little bit of green tint. Yeah, I think this will be okay. So I was thinking that this scene maybe needs a little bit of some small elements, and like I have some assets I bought. I'm using really always many assets, different assets, because it's difficult to make everything. If you need some things like so I have some things like bottles. No, okay. containers, debris, and here some kind of debris could be pretty nice to put it somewhere here in the scene so that it looks a little bit runny. Like this, and then make some other there. It is mostly things that it aren't seen so much, but they add some kind of life to a scene. They add some a little bit more shadows, a little bit of more things that can happen there. Let's see, somewhere here. Yeah, something like that. And let's say if we have something else. Dumpster, no. This is good. Garbage container, no. Small box bottles. Let's see what this does. But this, oh, no. This isn't bottles. Oh, this isn't compatible with. Wait. Let's see. Something like that. Maybe smaller. Just to fill this scene. To give it a life. Yeah, I will probably need some cables, but I didn't made any. Would like here some cables. But let's see what can we do here. If I go to 3D Studio Max, I could probably make some simple cables. Just a few seconds of work, but it can, let's say, we can use here our line tool and do something like this. Yeah, nothing too fancy, but just a small thing. Small detail. And just turn it on like rendering, enabling viewport, and say something like thickness. Not too thick, not too big. And let's see. Let's export this. Just save as. Exports. Okay, we can convert this to editable poly, and then export selected, and say cables. So let's import those cables here. Where we are. Yeah, this here. Okay, we have to set scale, always 30 like we did before. Set a little bit of generate colliders, materials, extract materials, okay, and I can place it here, something like that. Or probably I will have to move it. Let's see here. No. We are still okay, yeah, because we are using this camera. Okay, somewhere here. And set it like this, and then we can just change this material and say that it's black. I don't want anything special for this. Add some smoothness. Okay. Yeah, so this is pretty big. Almost invisible, but it's maybe a little bit like this. And then I will just duplicate this one and scale it and move to some place in the base of my scene where it can look fine. No, this is too much. So also I can move another. Yeah, it's not perfect, but you have always to think about image, or in this case, when you're making a movie, you have to think about image itself, not about how does it stay there. Sometimes you maybe put something that looks good here, but isn't perfect in a scene. Let's add one another cable here, so that we have something that falls from a ceiling. Yeah, nothing too special. Maybe it can even be seen. But it's some kind of, also it can be some kind of inspirational thing, because maybe I will later have some idea to take another shot from that view. Let's see if we can move some of the lights, and just to create another point. And I'm not sure about this. I don't think it works. If it doesn't, I can always delete it. There. I just want some shadows to pop up and see what can be more effective. Mostly when you're working on a real scene somewhere in the movie industry, you will always have to move some lights and see where they make better shadows and where they are reflecting better. So yeah, this 0.02. No, 0.0. Let's move this water. I should probably always change this water, because I'm not fully convinced that I will be doing some better shader. But for now, let's keep it. And Maybe I will change also this last light to something that is more between green or between. Let's see what the green color does. Not sure. Or between green and orange, there's yellow. Yeah, yellow could be a good passage between two of those colors. Yeah, one of the things when I'm using Deckard, I'm always turning off anti-aliasing because anti-aliasing will give mm, results that is really soft. But when you put no anti-aliasing, it will be nice and clear. So, and then I'm adding a little bit of sharpening. You can set here, you can tune in some sharpening. It's better not to exaggerate. Then I can change also, try something with white balance, because white balance can give pretty interesting results. This is a saturation. Let's see. Yeah, we can go to less saturation, more saturation. In this case, for this movie, I'm thinking that less saturation is better. And then I will add some bit of noise. And of course, let's see here if we can change a little bit of exposure just to pop some contrasts. No, I don't think it's important. At the moment, we don't need it. A bit occlusion. A bit occlusion works well. I will probably push it. I usually don't like to push it too much. I mean occlusion, but in this case, as we have some kind of a scene that is full of dirt. I will try to add it a little bit more. So this should be this scene. Okay, let's see if we can also add this map to a mask map. Okay. This was mask map. Okay. Noise. We use this noise, and yeah, this gives a much better result, I think. A little bit better result. Let's see where we can push it. Okay, occlusion, yeah. I can turn down occlusion, and because I just want to somehow be more into the scene. Now we also turn cast shadows here because I don't need really shadows on this one. Just to optimize a little bit rendering. Yeah, something like that. Thank you, Orlando. Yeah, well, Deckard is a really good for post-processing. I have included everything that most cameras and films have. That the things that are really, how to say, important uh, for basic color correction, and most movies are it's like in-camera color correction and some filmic color correction. So uh, you can achieve some results that aren't really that when you're working with CGI, you will probably use RGB result and put it in your color correction software, and then you will get some colors that maybe aren't really realistic, or it's not about if they are realistic. They are realistic, but we have seen so many films that we are mostly accommodated to a filmic look and not to a classical color correction. For example, if you look how movies are color corrected, they're mostly differently color corrected than, for example, photographs. And Deckard is is using mostly this type of color correction. So with the subtle things, you can really change behavior and make it to look natural. Many times I'm also when I'm not using Deckard, when I'm doing something for real time. I'm even then using Deckard just to see the scene with the Deckard and then to tune my materials and colors by referencing what what is the result of a Deckard. It's sometimes it's really cool thing. Okay, so yeah, for this scene, I think we are mostly done. No, that not done, but I think that this should be pretty what I'm expecting to see from this scene. So how it should work. Car will enter from here and my camera will go to the back, something like that, and then follow a car into a next corridor. Then yeah, we'll have to make some lighting there, but for a moment I will keep it simple and just work in this area. Yeah, something like that. Probably from here, and then we will see a car. Oh, sorry. I'm not. I was not showing everything. Yeah, from here, camera will move here and something like that. I think that it looks pretty dirty. Yeah, maybe if I have to move this camera, maybe I have to add some other debris here. Just a little bit of garbage. Just to have it in every... Yeah, at the end, this garbage is all the same. But at the end, it's really hard to tell that it's... So whenever you can, it's better to reuse some models as that. Yeah, as it gives us much more, say, flexibility, and it becomes more optimized. Less draw calls and things like that. Okay, so let's see if we can even change a little bit of this lighting. Oh, intensity of this light. 2000. Okay. This should be fine. And maybe I can even... Oh, yeah. Something like that. And move it a little bit. So that all elements pop up. And now, yeah, you can see right now what a big difference between colors in Unity and colors in Deckard. I think that it's pretty interesting. So, right now I will need my... I'll save this scene, and I will need my car that I have used in previous scenes. Let's see where... I don't remember anymore. Okay, there's enough. I don't remember where I put it. As I wasn't working on this project for almost 2 months. So, for a second, I have to find it. I think I will have to... Okay, yeah, we have here. No, I will open the scene because I'm not sure about different versions of car. Yeah, we have here also another. Okay, GT5. I can find my car, so let's see here. Find my scene. Passage. No. Passage. This is the scene. So let's import the car. And we will see that... Oh my god. Car is under the... So yes, something like that. So this car will have to come from the stairs, and to go down. As we won't see it from the top. We just put it here somewhere. And yeah, I will try to make some simple animation. It won't be too complex. Yeah, something like that. And then I'm usually adding here creating empty object that I will call timeline, and then to timeline I will create subway timeline, and then I will add my car here. Add animation track. So one of the things is that we're working with timeline. You can select timeline and click on this icon to block editor. So if I switch to another object, it won't go away. This is one of the things that are pretty important when working with timeline. So I will turn down off right now my decker render and try to animate this car. It is mostly... I'm not such a good animator. I have this problem that I... let's see. What I usually do here is that because I want to keep a constant speed, I will go from here to, I don't know, some frame. Yeah, I will set also a frame rate, duration mode, frame rate set to 24 frames, because I like to see number of frames and not number of not the time itself. So this way, okay, and you can open here animation tool, animation window, and one of the things that I have to do is to change this curve, because left both tangents linear, so that my car comes at one speed and then slows down. But this animation is too long, so I will have to shorten it a little bit. So as it's approaching something like that. Let's see. And now I have made a linear animation from one point to another. I can go here and just change this position of the car to a floor. To floor here, like this. So that it meets floor. Okay. And then I will add frames in between. As you can see right now, it flies, but I can find a frame where it should be here for the first time in a contact with a floor, and then put it down, something like that. Okay. And so it will come here. No. Okay, so it goes into the stairs, and this isn't wanted behavior, but we can make it fly a little bit. So I will push it up. Okay, and then go to this frame, and somewhere here it should be meeting the floor. So I will make this go like that. Yeah, I think it could be okay. Yeah, we have to change here rotation. Oh my god. But I have, yeah, it wasn't a good idea to. Okay, but I can always come back here and check it later. This is okay. So here we should be on the floor. Something like that. And it went underground, but it shouldn't go there. This is because we have curves that are that doesn't have linear interpolation. So I will go to epsilon curve, this one, and check that it's no, not epsilon. Okay, it's, you have to check that in and out are cotangents linear. Okay, so something like that. So yeah, I don't. So it goes in and okay. But right now, as it goes like that, we need some little bit more, probably some little bit more of bouncing and some kind of rotation dope sheet. And let's see. Down. Okay. So let's see, rotation here. What usually happens when a car goes into a place like this? Yeah, it probably no. Okay, probably here we will have to. I will slow down this part of. Yes. And then add some kind of skidding something like, okay, let's move this car from stations. Let's see here. Okay. See here. Kind of bouncing of a car. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. I'm not sure. Probably too fast, I think. No, not too fast, but it's like, okay, here it goes. No, I don't like it. Let's see if we can fasten this a little bit up. Okay, fasten this a little bit up. Okay. Something like that. A little bit fast. Even more. Oh. So we have to add a little bit of maybe some kind of bounce here. And then what I want probably here is that I want this car to hit a wall, something like hitting here on a wall, so that we can add some yes. Then go here at the position, and this position should be a little bit. Not sure. Okay. Let's see how this behaves with a camera movement. So I will add here, because sometimes you add animation track. Sometimes when you have a camera moving, it could be much nicer to move a little bit the camera so that everything comes to life. Some things about not so good animation can work better. Oh yes, here. Okay. And then move this like that. Yeah, this camera here. Okay, yeah, this should be better. Just let's say that we can even move it a little bit more. Nice thing about timeline is that it really adds some possibilities that are incredible. It makes it easy to animate these kind of things. So we are going here. Okay. One thing that I have probably to do probably is that right now I'm not sure about this movement. Okay, yeah, I want my car to hit uh, yeah, like this, something like that. When it goes here, and that it immediately goes there on into a wall. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then we will be adding some. Oh no, something like that, and then okay, and then we have to turn it this way. Yeah, so that it looks like it. Okay, and then here we have to make it turn somewhere like this into this position, but it will have to do some skidding. So it's wrong completely. Maybe it should try to turn somewhere here. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, also one thing, we shouldn't stop hitting the camera here because the camera have to move still, to move a little bit more. Okay, like this, and then to change its position like that. Now, let's change here. Something like that. Okay, then at this corner we have to look at the car. And then probably, yeah, probably at the start, let's do this thing. Turn is probably really fast, so I have to make it a little bit. Slow like that. Let's move it here. Something like that. Okay. It's not perfect. So when you're doing animations, you have to mostly to go back and forth. Yeah, we have some strange things happening here. Okay, so this is a... Yeah, we'll have to bounce here a little bit, this car, I think. So it goes there, and then it should... See? Yeah, it should bounce here. So this is when he lost control, actually, and why he hits on the... Okay. Yeah. Change the camera here a little bit. I must say that I really... Sometimes I hate doing these things. As I said, I'm not such a good animator. I probably have here a car that bounces too much, I think. Yeah, it goes here and it's not a perfect thing. So I think that it should go continue, but continue on this. To this side like this. Then let's see, maybe we can cancel this one. Okay, delete this one. Yeah, and then we'll be adding some... Let's see from this side because I'm not sure if this. Yeah, we have some. Yeah, probably it goes too fast into a turning here. Here, probably. Okay, and then we have to fix some camera. Position now. Let's see. Change this position so that practically camera goes there and stops here its movement. Yes. And then it follows a car. This should be. Okay. Let's keep it like that for a moment and add some more lights here. So I will be adding another light. That is this one. Green. Here. Okay, yeah. I like this. And then we will add another from those reds. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it really sometimes it isn't. These kind of things are more experimentation, not exact science. So it's really important. And this is why real-time graphics, things like Unity, give you much more better, how to say, better, are a better way to work because you can iterate really in a fast manner. Yes, let's see this one like that. Okay, my car was wrongly assigned as materials that aren't assigned how they should. Well, it's not a problem. Let's say this one materials. Okay. So we have, because this was some one of the earlier versions, but of a car. So this is a more or less correct assignment of materials. So let's see. So car goes inside, turns to this, and then goes away. Okay. So, okay. Now, I will go here probably to a camera and try to... One of the things that I hate here is that we have here black. Okay, you have to put a black background, and also what we don't have in this scene is bloom. Quality, let's say like this, because we need some. We need some bloom to... And we will also need some... Okay, I don't like it here when we have this type of car when it's over. Let's try to fix this. You can see here where we have a car, it doesn't touch the floor, so we should probably just rotate this car a little bit so that it... No, and here we should set it down. Okay, but in this way, oh, this just looks better, but I think that we, yeah, right now, as it turns here, it's probably too fast. So let's see if we can fix this rotation. Okay. Oh, something like that. Yeah, you will probably see that our glasses on the car aren't create some problems with volumetric lighting. So this is something that I have fixed in the main scene. But as I was working on materials that, see, you have this option to say receive fog. As I have changed their materials, it didn't show up, but here we can have it. Yeah. So right now it looks much better. So I would try, see what happens if we add here one light that is an area light. Because area lights can give you pretty are really good for cars. And this is the area real time, but okay. So we will have to change this shape of an area light to make it long, so that it looks mostly like some kind of a neon that is here. It won't be, it will be not visible in a scene, but it will give some kind of a correct. Yeah, we could place it also here. Let's see if this works. So that it gives some nice, almost ray traced effect. Area lights are really, really cool. You can see here on the reflection that they are making this type of yeah, even probably this light here could be changed into an area. Let's see. Sometimes maybe it's not perfect, but yeah, something like that. Oh, yeah. I think that I like. Oh, I like it. Yeah, this is pretty neat. One of the things that you will see here is that uh, my um, that wheels doesn't move, but I can fix this really easily because I have a script that I made. Simple script that is no. Let's see where it was. I'm not. I don't remember. Okay, I will save this one and open an old scene and see how does this work. What was the name of the script? I forgot. Yeah, when you come back to some projects that you didn't use for a few months, it's. But unfortunately, I don't have. As I'm working mostly by myself, I'm not spending. Yeah, Tyler. Okay. I'm not spending too much time into organizing scenes, and yeah, that's a little bit sometimes a problem. When I'm doing tests, when I'm doing projects, it's a different thing. But okay, so let's do passage. Okay, so this is a scene where, and you will see right now that this timeline doesn't work anymore. So you have to deactivate it, as I said before, and activate it. Block it. So okay. So we have now a car that goes there, and yeah, and I will add onto this onto my tires, I will add tire rotate script. What happens when I add this script? You will see that my tires will rotate based on a distance. Yeah, it's a pretty hard. Yeah, this will happen. Okay, no, I forgot to set values to this script. Let's deactivate Deckard, and here we have rotation amount. I have to set it something bigger. Yeah. So, but at this moment it goes on a different direction, so I have to. Yeah, I can set it here. Minus something like this. It isn't perfect because it actually doesn't count for a correct distance, but this is done because in this way I can animate. Because if I want to this tire to move more quickly than a car that moves, I can simply just say, okay, I can multiply this value. So this should be correctly in a. It should behave correctly when. Yeah. So I will have to add this script only. I will add it only on this wheel and the other wheel, because I actually don't need it to be on both on all four wheels in this scene, because I'm having only a we can see only two tires, so it's, as I say, or I'm always trying to optimize, even if in every case, because it's much more simple. Yeah, we have also here a glass that probably doesn't have material type. No. Wait a second. Alpha clipping. No. Oh, this is opaque. So I have to find my light that has that is transparent, but I don't see it here. Sure. But anyway, I will. Yeah. What I will do here, I will have to add also trading object. Sorry, a light, directional light. No, sorry, not directional light. I have to add a light, spotlight, to move it here, to move it there, and to move it down. So that we can simulate some volumetric lights that are coming from a car. And multiplier, let's say volumetrics. Okay, yeah, this is pretty convincing to me. So let's bring it a little bit down, and I'm always activating this color temperature. And here we want some color temperature that is a little bit, yeah, something like that. And intensity, let's say, okay, a little bit bigger, so that we have Yeah, something like that. So once this is set up, okay, outer angle, okay, yes, maybe inner angle, change it outer angle. Sometimes you want to change cookie. It's a little bit more interesting like that. In Unity, you can use cookies for lights, so that they will give you some nice effects. And unfortunately, sometimes I forget to use them, but they are such a great thing. So let's, right now that I have everything here, I will try also to iterate a little bit on a camera. So I want my camera to add something to a movement of a car. So I will be, for example, in this frame, I will just try to add some shake to the camera. And this is something that naturally happens when somebody holds a camera. So, for example, here we have everything that is probably too small. Movement doesn't have enough movement. So I will add just a little bit of shake. Because you have to think about a cameraman that is maybe in the front of a camera, and if a car hits somewhere, also a cameraman is a human, so he will always have a little bit of that action, like that he moves this camera instinctively. Let's see. Let's see where we did this. Probably too much, but no, I don't know. Also, some things actually in a CG, when you look in Unity, you don't have motion blur, they will look a little bit yeah, they will look maybe a little bit snappy and something like that. But actually, when it gets rendered with a correct motion blur, everything looks much more natural. string thing. Do you plan to keyframe everything on your main camera, or will you be using some scripts to make some movements more procedural? Have you considered using Cinemachine at all? Well, I have two approaches on this. Main approach is that I'm many times I'm using a script that I made can be used with Oculus. So I'm putting my headset on and using controllers to point at my scene, and I have a type of virtual camera, so I can use this type of little bit like a static cam or handheld camera. So I'm actually trying to make many different shots like that, like you would like a cameraman would do in real life. But sometimes, like in this scene that is a pretty short scene, I'm going with this simple setup. I'm going with an animating camera. So, or maybe I can animate and then I will change. I'm not sure, because these are only uh, first animations. Then I have to refine them. But Cinemachine I'm using when it comes to real time. When you have to do something in a video game or something like that. But for this type of things, I'm actually don't like that procedural movement too much. Well, it works really well, but it doesn't work always well. It is a good thing for real time. It's incredibly good thing for real time virtual cameramans, operators of a camera. But it's for this type of thing. Yeah, you can use it, but for example, camera shake is a pretty procedure, like you said. It moves on a random base, but it mostly moves. Show you like mostly moves like this. So on axis, it's a rotational movement, but the real camera actually moves really a lot on all axes. So it's like when you try to look at something, you are searching it and you find it and then you lock it. So I'm always trying to, how to say, or to simulate this behavior or to think behind what that camera does. So I don't know. This should be probably yeah, something like that. No, in a sense that in this shot that will be 5 seconds, I wouldn't do any particular scripting or setups. I prefer it's somewhat faster for me to do it by hand. And I can be and I'm able to decide where I want to put my keyframes. So it's yeah. Also, this is a little bit problem because Cinemachine. I think that they fixed this issue in the latest version of Cinemachine, but Cinemachine isn't completely repeatable. So sometimes it will always behave somewhat differently based on a random things. When you're dealing with this type of shots of making a movie, uh, you want to be able to have a repeatable uh, shots. So so that I don't know, you add detail here in one section. You add a detail on the scene, and you want just to render those frames and not a whole animation. So you need to have something that is repeatable, more or less. So let's see. Okay, so one of the things that we have here is right now that we have this garbage that is under the car. Not sure what I want to do with that. Should I move it? Yeah, probably. But okay. So right now I have a problem because I have two different objects that are there. So I will probably leave. No, yeah, I will leave it like that. And then I will, yeah, just to have final shot here, I will add another frame for a car movement. So when it turns, perfect. This is for a moment perfect. So I know, I didn't made any animation. And then let's follow this one with the camera a little bit. Oh no. Okay. String, if you want, I have made uh, this script, and it's I made it available for everyone. Let me see if I can find it for you, okay? And I will post it down. Let me see where I. Yeah, okay. string. I have posted a link for my tool. Unfortunately, I didn't made any tutorial, but maybe I will do this in a few days. It should be self-explanatory, but try it. Okay, so I have right now here some problems. Not problems, but I didn't refine this scene enough. And I have here horrible texture. Why I have this ceiling texture, I don't know. I will have to change this one to something more noisy. Okay. Yeah, I will have to add something here. I'll copy these objects. Simple views, but I would like to have them here. And I don't want to go right now into a 3D Studio Max and export things like that. So I would be just copying and setting those things here. Good thing is that I'm actually not using any light baking, and mostly decorated things about this being used for this type of. Let's see. Okay, this one will probably have to be lower. Okay. The next thing that I have to do is to make some particles here, because I wanted some nice particles here, but I can do this later. And another thing that I wanted to add is let's see if we can make it easily. 3D object. Quad. Something like that. Simple quad. Practically, I wanted to make a door, not a door, but some kind of thing to be broken. Okay, so let's see. Let's put it here. And somewhere here. No, probably more in front here. I'm not sure. Okay. Create material. Fence. Some kind of fence. So let's see if we can find some texture here for a fence. I'm not sure about this. green. Tiling 100 and 100 less 50 and 50, and then I will take always this one, duplicate, and like I did before, I will convert this to a normal map. Bumpiness. Okay. So I have this grill, and I will set this to be input texture up and down from grayscale. Okay, apply. So right now I can change this color to black, and I can set here alpha clipping, and it will. I can create a simple fence, something like that. 40, 40, and let's add here a normal map, because with a normal map you can add it a little bit of more detail. Yeah, so I will want this fence to go off, but I'm not sure where should I put it. Yeah, I can put it also here. Who cares? So there should be two fences. Yeah, I'm really doing this thing like but at the end it's I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not sure if I like it, but let's see. Let's see with the Deckard render, because this type of things works mostly well with some blur. So yeah, I think it works pretty well. This is how it will be rendered with Deckard. So it's much better. No, I'm not sure about that. I wanted to make it to break this fence, but I won't be doing this. Yeah, it's better like this. It is convincing me more. I have some small offset here on my. I have to fix this one. Let's see. We have to go to position, curves, and just to fix this property. No, probably it's better to go here. I'm using this position, position, position. Okay, this one should be okay. Oh no. 3, 4, 70. Okay, this should be okay. Yeah, this should be pretty okay. So let's see. Main camera. Okay, probably I will also want to move this one to some nicer position. I made a stupid thing here. Oh, I have noticed right now that I don't have enough. In this zone, I don't have any of the water. So I will have to just move this a little bit like that. See what how. Two, and let's say cast shadows. Okay. Yeah. Also, let's go here where we have car that is moving, and I will have to fix a little bit this issue here so that it becomes linear. Both times it's linear. So let's see. And actually, I would want probably to fasten up my car here. I'm not sure. Not so much. A little bit less. Okay. Yeah, something like that. A little bit less. Okay. At the end, now we have to render everything because it's can be seen much better when you're on a rendered image. Always. Unfortunately, timeline has a little bit of how to say of a lag when you're working with a timeline view. You get a little small no, this movement wasn't okay. You get a small amount of frame rate drops sometimes. Oh, but even that, it's pretty okay. Yeah, let's see if we can. With regards to scenes and transitions, cutscenes, fades, will you be doing this all in Unity? Also, do you make different scenes in different Unity projects or in the same one? Well, I'm working mostly scene per scene, so it will be edited later in Resolve because final editing I will be doing with other people, so it will be too difficult to think about about doing everything in Unity. So mostly I'm rendering a scene, then exporting animation, and then editing. It can be done also in Unity, but because it will not be a movie that is in real time. I'm doing separate scenes so that I can also optimize some things because I have before this scene I have a scene with a big city and it's not like if I have to do a city and then do this scene I'm loading I'm doing in separate scenes, so it's yeah at the moment it's easier to do. Sometimes I'm even doing everything in one scene, but then just moving a car from one place to another so that it works, but in the same scene with different timelines. but otherwise it's like in this case I'm doing it in an empty scene. Yeah, because here maybe I will be like, create I have one camera, so I could create another camera and then I don't know, for example, animate the second, add animation track. Maybe I could add a second camera just to do some shots and then edit it in another software. Yeah, something like that. For example, okay, let's make a scene here and the car passes, field of view. Like doing just this shot, this late shot, like a separate shot, or doing a shot from directly from a car. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, some other type of shot. I don't know. Yeah, just checking these things. 125 frames long. So let's see if we can try to render. This 125 frame rate. Okay. Capture and play, and let's try to render this thing. Let's see where it goes. Resolution. Okay, I forgot probably that kind of view. No. Everything is there, and I can scale this a little bit like that, and say render animation. Oh no, my god. Forgot. Have to name metro scene. Okay. Let's see how it goes. So Deckard will take something like 1 minute and 20 seconds. to render this out in full HD. And we will be able to see the final result. So yeah, after this finished, I think that I will be done for today. And then I will go to sleep probably. Actually, I wanted to stop you few hours ago, but then I had inspiration to do something more. I'm always so excited before it finishes rendering. Yeah, I think that I will have to fix some issues with the floor, maybe to make it a little bit more realistic. Not sure about that. Yeah, also I need some particles here. Yeah, I was thinking I could also do some kind of simulation here, like with physics, but if you have nice physics and controllable physics, it will be probably much longer work than just setting up everything like it is right now. Okay, so final animation is done. Yeah, this looks much better in Deckard, I think. Even if there are some things that I can. Yeah, there will be need for some kind of refining, but uh, string sync. How long will your movie be? It was planned to be 5 minutes, something like that. Nothing too long, but uh, yeah. Thank you also uh, for make me pass some time. Yeah, I will be probably continuing tomorrow, also with this stream. But tomorrow, I think that I will be working on my characters because uh, actually, I made some first first versions of this movie with mm, with invented characters, but I had a request to use real actors and to make some characters from those actors, and I will be probably showing more, working more on translating those characters, those real persons into characters, with Characters Studio 3, and then trying to fix some issues with that and to understand how it works. I hope that it will be interesting for anyone who struggles with character creation and with workflows in Unity. So, thank you a lot, everyone, and give me some like if you like this stream, and I will be back soon. Thank you. Bye. And also share the word if you know someone that who can be interested. Let them know that I will be doing the streams. Thank you.